Hey guys, Miss Burns here. I hope you're all doing well. Um, I know that I seriously need a haircut. This is a mess. And don't be fooled, I did hack a little off the sides there because it was getting crazy. Before this is over, I'm gonna have a mullet. It's gonna be insane. I don't want to have a mullet. This is not something I want, but that's what's gonna happen. So let's hope not. Um, Hopefully I will be able to go to the salon soon. But anyway, today we are going to talk about, you're going to have a lesson in IXL called Summarize a Story. We've done a little bit of that in class. Some of you were in class then, some weren't. Some of you may be familiar with this, but we're going to go through it anyway. The section, yesterday we did myths, fables, and folktales. Excuse me. And the other elements in that section, in the order that it takes us in, are identify story elements and analyze poetry, which we've already done. For the analyzing poetry, refer back to the video for that I did. And then for the story elements, I'm going to load the PDF that would be a handout if we were in class. I'm going to reload that for this assignment, even though that's not the assignment we're working on. But if you need a refresher, it looks like this. I printed one. There's also a video on this. It's the 5 essential elements of a story: character, setting, plot, conflict, and resolution. There are a couple more as well, but these are the 5 basic elements. We talked a lot about those. We've talked about them in class, and I talked about them in that video. But if you need a refresher, here is this, and it will be attached to the assignment, so you can refer back to that if you need to. If you have not mastered those 2 skills in IXL, I do implore you and ask you to go back and make sure that you master those, because you will need those moving forward. As you can see in our other lessons, they really do come back into play, and if you've mastered that lesson, it makes that next skill that much easier. So summarizing is what we're going to talk about today. Those are a little bit longer. I'm not going to read that out to you, but I am going to go over it and talk about one of the examples that I read. What it's going to do, it's going to give you a story, and different sections of that story are going to be numbered, which makes it easier to keep up with your different pieces. And then it's going to give you background, problem, and solution. So when you first start reading, you're going to determine, in the first question, you'll determine the background. The next question, you'll determine the problem. And the third question, you will determine the solution. After you do that, you will then plug in the pieces that make up your summary, which we'll talk a little bit about. So in the example, a boy is preparing to participate in a jigsaw puzzle contest at his local public library. So he's checking out books on jigsaw puzzles. He's putting together jigsaw puzzles, practicing, all of that. He's prepping and prepping and prepping, and he's ready. So he gets there. So he gets there and finds out that he has to work with a team. And he's very stressed out about that because he feels like he can't win because the team will just slow him down. But then he realizes that if he delegates and divides the work, that they will be able to work together and work seamlessly. So one person sets aside the edge pieces, and then other team members will put together the same color pieces. So I don't know if most of us have done a jigsaw puzzle. If you have, then you know you gotta do the edge first and then the different colors. So saying all of that, so the background that you would identify is that he was entering a jigsaw puzzle contest at the library. The problem is that he was going to have to work with a team. And the solution was to divide the work so that they could work efficiently and quickly. So then you will be given the different elements, the background, problem, and solution that you've answered in the other questions. And there will be an actual summary that you will just fill in those pieces. But the gist of it is, John, I don't remember if that was his name in the story, but just stay with me. John is excited because he is participating in a jigsaw puzzle contest at the library. Okay. Once he gets to the contest, he is frustrated to find blank. He will have to work with a team for the contest. To ease his frustration and to work efficiently, he decides to divide the work between the teammates so that they may work efficiently and quickly and win the contest. Does that make sense? So, what this does is we've all summarized, even if you haven't done it this specific way, but this just makes it more efficient, much like the boy in the contest finding a solution to make his team more efficient. This makes summarizing more efficient because sometimes we find ourselves putting information that is extraneous and unneeded into our summary. I'm guilty of it. I don't know anyone who hasn't been guilty of that when summarizing. So just be mindful of that you just need the basic information. So if you follow those, you've got the background covered, you've got the problem covered, you've got the solution covered, then you got it. You have summarized, you have all the most important pieces moving together in that summary. So you guys should not have any trouble with this. I don't think you will, and I know I say that all the time, but it's true. You're all very smart, and I love you all. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My email is reading2gjcc@gmail.com or burns.april@jobcorps.org. Or you can reach out to me in the comments on the video or through Google Classroom. I hope that you guys are safe and well and taking care of yourselves. I know that each week we get more information, and some of you are probably frustrated that we're not back on center, and I understand that completely. Just please know that everyone is taking this 2 weeks at a time because that's all we can do. This is unprecedented, and your safety and health is the most important thing to all of us, because we do love you and we want you safe. So, again, reach out to me if you need anything, and keep your mind sharp. These aren't really big, huge assignments, so hopefully you're all ready and ready to work. I do have the book study up. Hopefully we'll get into that once you guys are officially working again, and because I don't really want to get too deep into that until we're all virtually together again. So have a great day. I love you all. Stay safe. Bye-bye.